there is the motivational aspect of it.
Yes.
And there is your day job.
Yes.
Your 8 to 5. What is your 8 to 5?
Well, I own 12 different companies in 8 different countries. So my my day job is traveling around the world pretty much, meeting with some of the people that lead my other businesses. And of course, I spend a lot of time with people, you know, just not, you know, training them so that they can be able to produce and be effective in different companies, but more so to be able to communicate the vision. I think the work of a leader in any organization is to communicate the vision and to be able to get people to buy into the vision. That's why I spend a lot of my time. And of course, I may have mentioned this before, but I'm a business and wealth coach. So, you know, I do a lot of coaching around the world, yes.
So what businesses are this?
Well, they vary. I mean, it's different things from real estate to software to the tax business, insurance business, yes. Wow. So I'm an entrepreneur. I am where there are opportunities. That's where you'll find me.
At 35?
Absolutely.
What cards am I not playing, right?
Well, it's not about not playing cards. I'll give you an example. This week we're doing on Friday an event, July 13th at the Trademark Hotel. And we're going to be teaching people really on how to add zeros to your net worth. There's a process, and if you learn the process, wealth is focus, system, and process. Once you understand that you have to be focused, there's a process to it. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. It's the person you're becoming every single day, and that wealth requires you to have a system. Then absolutely you can have the same results. Doesn't matter your age. We've proven this. We've worked with people in their early 20s, turned them to become multi-millionaires, and as late as 60s and 70s, and they're also getting results. So at the end of the day, results don't lie.
Being a Kenyan,
yes,
you might understand this. We live in a society where so many people believe in achieving a lot within a short period of time.
Yes.
That's why so many people are betting. I'm very sure right now.
Yes.
People are betting in the ongoing game. But for someone like you, did you go through such training to get to where you are, or this is a personal initiative that you took? You said that I'm going to make a difference in my life, and this is a time span that I'm going to achieve such and such a thing.
Well, I grew up in a family of 5, and we lived off less than 100 bob a day. And I share my story because if I can do it, you know, anyone can do it. And it had a lot to do with you making a decision. The decisions you make in your life will determine the future you create. So I had to make the decision that I want something different, because when you live in a family of 5 and your dad or mom cannot afford to give you $10 to go to town, you know, you can either sit on that life and just feel sorry for yourself, or you can make different decisions. And that's what I decided to do. I decided to take advantage of an opportunity that presented itself. I walked myself through, and constantly learning from failure, because I mean, success is just failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. So I just kept working it out until I figured it out. So.
All right. So clearly you use drive and purpose.
Yes.
You bring them together. You find a way of making it work.
Yes.
But normally it is very hard for someone to figure this out.
Yes.
So that's why they need to attend such kind of seminars.
Yes.
But for that someone who is skeptical, probably they do not have the money to invest in such. How do you advise such a person going forward?
Well, actually, by the way, the event is free for your information. VIP is only 5,000.
What's the difference?
What's the difference?
Yes.
Well, so the VIP, these are people that are saying, you know, I want to have some skin in the game. By the way, it's very interesting. We do these events all over the world. Anytime we do paid events, they're jam-packed. When you do free, people don't want to show up. Why? Because, you know, people want success, but they're not willing to do whatever it takes. People want to lose weight, they don't want to go to the gym. Do you see what I'm saying? So you have to be determined for yourself that I want to make a difference in my life. So is the journey easy? No, it's not. And by the way, it's not meant to be. You're supposed to enjoy the journey, not the destination. So it's the person that you're becoming every single day. So what I tell people is, number one, you need to invest in yourself. For example, we have a free seminar coming up at the Trademark Hotel. It's inside Village Market. We had a few people wondering where Trademark was. But are you willing to sacrifice, go sit and get taught from people who've actually done it? Because the difference is, I don't teach theory, I don't teach teach, you know, textbook material. I teach practicality. I've taken several businesses from zero to multi-million-dollar companies, and it was in the trenches. I mean, I made so many mistakes, lost a lot of money, almost filed bankruptcy twice, and then I figured the way that it works. So again, you have to be willing to pay the price if you will be successful.
And so far, so many things have been said about success.
Yes.
Is there a secret to success, really?
There are secrets, by the way. There are things, one of the books that changed my life was a book, What I Wish I Learned at School and I Never Did, by Jamie McIntyre. There are secrets. There is information that actually people don't know. And if you know what, let me use Bill Gates as an example, who's a popular figure. If you know what he knows, you probably will be successful, and I consider that a secret. The problem is, are you in search of that secret every single day? Because the secrets keep changing every single day. Some of us want to call them principles, some of us want to call it steps, but whatever you want to call them, there is information that you don't know, and once you know it, what you do with that information will determine if you'll be successful.
And where do we go wrong as a society? Because right now we have so many youth,
yes,
sitting at home, no jobs. And a lot of them have degrees, and some have diplomas. Is it that time that probably we need to look at ourselves and realize perhaps we might have some life skills that we might put into practice?
Well, I think there's always opportunity. Is what do you do with the opportunity when it presents itself? Okay, so like I gave my story earlier, I was in a situation where, you know, cell phones at the time had just started, you know, booming, and I saw an opportunity, and I figured all I needed to know is where do people buy these cell phones from wholesale, and where are their customers, and then I could link the two together. And at a very early age, at about 18 years, you know, I was able to do my first deal and make like 50,000 Kenyan shillings, which was a whole lot of money. I had never seen any money like that in my entire life at 18 years old. But guess what? Those opportunities are everywhere, every single day. I go back to the point, are you willing to pay the price? People say that there are no jobs, I'm staying at home. I don't believe in that. If you look every single day, there's somewhere someone is complaining, and you can be a solution to that complaint. Your greatest net worth, you realize it when you answer people's complaints. And that's what happens every single day. I tell young people, I was in South America just the other day, and there's some people saying there are no jobs. I taught a young man, I said, you know, go and start offering people that you'll clean up their vehicles. They don't have to come to a car wash. You come to them and you clean up their vehicles. He started a business and he started getting successful. I mean, you know, that's such a simple principle. It's all about adding value. Ask yourself, can I add value? Go out there, look for people who are complaining about something and offer them a solution. Be valuable. That is how you start making, you know, money without just sitting and depending on either your government or, you know, I'm waiting to be called back. There's a whole lot of things. Number two, look at the platforms that we have available right now. I mean, social media. People will spend the entire day on social media, and none of those guys are thinking, hey, maybe I can post something here, I'm selling something and make some money, or how I can start talking about my skills as a person. So a potential employer could find me online and hire me. But no, we don't think of such things. So, you know, those are some of the things that we teach people to seize opportunities.
Having traveled around the world,
Yeah.
I'm sure there are so many ideas that you have come across.
Yes.
If you can name at least 3
Yes.
of those ideas that you are like, wow, this is brilliant.
Absolutely. So one of the ideas was I was in a country called Grenada. We were doing a similar show to, I think, what they call Lion's Den here. And so while I was in Grenada, I saw, you know, young people that had brilliant ideas. One of the ideas was a young man who would go around looking for abandoned billboards, and he would actually offer to service the billboard, go look for someone who he can print material, put it on there, they pay him, and then he pays the owner of the billboard a little bit of money. Now, you see, that's a simple idea, but I talked to this young man, I taught him how to position his business, and before you know it, now he's doing equivalent of the Safaricom there. He's the guy that's doing all the billboards for almost the entire country, 80% of them. Why? Because he had just a very unique idea. Now, you see, that sounds so easy here but we'll never think of something like that. But let me ask you a question. Today you go to a place maybe like Kakamega or Busia, somewhere there. Sure enough, there's some abandoned billboards, and somebody listening to this can go pick those billboards and start doing something with that. Number two is in technology, and I know we don't have the whole night here, but there's various things in technology is unbelievable. You could tweak something very, very little. I know of the young guys that came up with which now is become a really big app in United States. It's called Sooth, which is you don't have to go to a masseuse place to get a massage. People come to your house and give you a massage. And now those guys now became a billion-dollar company, I mean, just overnight. Because why? People are looking for convenience. And they cannot, I mean, if you can make me not lose sleep and just take care of all my things. Now, here's one, it just happened actually about 3 weeks ago. I was in California. I was doing an event, and a lady came up to me and said, I would like you to invest in my business. I said, what is your business? She said, I help procrastinators. Like, they give me the list of what they're trying to do, and I watch them through video to make sure they do what they're supposed to do. So we set up this whole system in their office or in their house, and then I watch them over and I'm like, hey, you need to get back to that list. You need to stop what you're doing. You need to do this. And I'm thinking, how much money does that make? Say, well, I've made this year so far about $250,000. I mean, unbelievable. Like, that's as stupid as that sounds.
That's brilliant.
That's brilliant.
That's really
brilliant. But guess
brilliant.
what? People are dealing with procrastination every single day, and somebody needs to tell them, hey, get back to work, do what you're supposed to be doing.
All right. I'm really disappointed that we don't really have a lot of time.
Yeah.
But if you could give a few pointers as we wind up.
Yes.
For that's someone who needs some bulb somewhere. Yes. He's in a very dark period in life, and they need to realize that potential. Yes. And make good use of that drive and purpose.
Yes.
Just in less than a minute.
Well, number one, I believe that there is hope. It doesn't matter who you are, you can do it. You need to, trust yourself that you have the capability and you have the skills. Number two, you need to ask yourself the question, why? I teach this all the time and I cannot overemphasize. Why should people invest in me? Why should customers come to me? If you can answer the question why, the how and the when will always emerge. So it's very important for you to know why. And then number three, of course, you need to maximize your strength. What is it that you're good at? We call it optimization in business. What is it that you're good at that you can go out there and find people to pay you for something that you're already good at? So I think that, everybody can do it. It's just a matter of guidance. And like I said earlier, we're going to be at the Trademark Hotel inside Village Market Friday 13th, which is in, this Friday. And we're going to be teaching people on money, business, and wealth. It's a free event. For more information or registration, you go to wealthfitnessnairobi.com, and that's where we will be this Friday.
And since you're very good at using your time, I would give you a couple of seconds again. Schools are being torched across the country.
Yes.
Probably these students need something to cling on.
Yes.
Just a word of advice to our students who are probably going to buy fuel right now.
And I want to make sure I had your first part right. Sorry, you said
schools are being torched.
Okay,
students are burning schools right
yes.
now. And some are in police custody.
Yes.
And probably this is a euphoria that might go
continue.
on.
Yes, absolutely. Well, this is what I want to say. I mean, that is an act of desperation. By the way, violence never solves anything. Violence will never solve anything. People need to remember the basic principle, which is the golden rule. Treat me the way you want to be treated. And if we understand the golden rule principle, it doesn't matter. And guys, you gotta be patient. You will not have solutions overnight. You have to be patient. Just wait. Allow the process to work itself. But always look for better ways. Violence definitely is not one of it. I've seen it in my life. It doesn't work. And when you're patient, stay focused on your dreams and goals. And by the way, the reality is this: your goals are not determined by your government or the school where you're going at. It's determined by the decisions that you're making today.
Brilliant.
So, yes.
Thank you very much, Charles.
All right. Thank you so much for having me.
All right.
I appreciate it.
There is Charles Kinuthia, of course, a few minutes, but if you have picked a couple of pointers, I'm sure they're going to help you. We are crossing over to business. Don't go too far.